Welcome everybody to Headlock Field, where today's game is between the visiting Massabesic Mustangs and your Portland Bulldogs. It is a partly cloudy day, and it's a great day for baseball. And so as Portland is warming up, the starting batting order and lineup for Massabesic: in center field, number 27, Noah Bryan. At second base, number 13, Matt Letelier. At third base, number 50, Zeke Rand. In left field, number 6, Elijah Greenleaf. Catching, number 18, Braden Marcotte. DH, number 17, Emmett Carroll. At first is number 5, Parker Soul Parent. Pitching today is number 15, Brady Babson. And at shortstop, number 22, Cassius Hogan. And not batting, but playing right field, number 4, Aiden Lamb. As Noah Bryan comes up to bat, he will be facing Portland's starting pitcher, Cam Allen. And it's hit into shallow left, and Temple will track it down for the first out.
Well, that's what you like to see as a starting pitcher. One pitch, one out.
And Portland needs to get off to a better start. Their last two games haven't been the best. They've lost 9-0 to Biddeford and 13-1 to Falmouth. So they're going to need to start off better defensively. And once they get up to bat, start hitting the ball and scoring some runs. This Massabesic team started off 0-4 on the season, letting up 6 runs per game and only scoring 1. But currently they are on a 7-1 streak in the last 8, allowing 3 runs per game and scoring 5.
Well, that'll definitely turn your season around.
It's a 3-1 count to Matt Letelier. And it's fouled back, making it a full count. The 3-2 pitch is hit fair. And Viola having to eat the ball.
Yeah, even if he had gotten that cleanly, I don't think he would have gotten the runner out, the batter out.
And so that brings up Zeke Rand. That's hit foul. It's an 0-1 count.
Keep our eye on the runner at first.
It's 0-2 count.
That was a beautiful pitch. A little off speed. Had the batter totally discombobulated.
And it's popped up in the outfield. Viola will track it down and get the second out. So 2 away for Elijah Greenleaf.
For left fielder, number 6, Elijah Greenleaf.
Letelier takes off, and The throw is short. And I believe that pitch was a ball. So it's a 1-0 count.
And the batter almost fell off the bag, so, they need to be careful. They could be tagged out.
Swing and a miss for strike one. Timeout called.
That's why he almost fell off the bag when he slid in. His shoelace was untied.
One pitch is up high. And hit foul. So 2-2 count. 2 outs. And he did go around. And so that's strike 3.
Yeah, the batter wasn't happy, but, sometimes the momentum of the bat goes across the plate.
And so after a half an inning complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland coming up. Here we go for the bottom of the first as Massabesic warms up. The starting lineup and batting order for Portland. In left field, number 2, Hunter Temple. Catching is number 6, Lucas Milliken. In center field is number 5, Regan Buck. At DH, number 19, Connor Daniels. At third base, number 7, Brody Viola. Pitching today is number 3, Cam Allen. At shortstop, number 1, Jacob Johnson. At second base, number 8, Jacob Tidd. And in right field, number 17, Joe Mancini. And not batting, but at first, number 4, Elliot Kimball. And Hunter Temple will take the batter's box to lead things off for Portland. We'll see if Portland can get off to a good start in today's game offensively. And it's popped up in the infield. Rand will call off the pitcher and catcher for the first out.
Well, just like in the top of the first, 1 pitch, 1 out.
So that brings up Lucas Milliken. And that's a blooper in the infield. Letelier will come in and get the second out. Regan Buck at the plate. It's on the outside corner for strike 1. And that's hit into center. And great catch by Noah Bryan, tracking that down to get the third out. And so Brady Batson only throws 4 pitches to get the 3 outs. And so after 1 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the second. Leading things off is Braden Marcotte. Low and outside for ball 1. That's ripped foul.
And I think it cleared in between the main stadium and the general admission seats out in the left.
Fouled back. So it's a 1-2 count. That's hit into left. Temple will track that down. Initially came in, but ended up having to take a few steps back.
He played that perfectly. He was right in line with that.
So that brings up Emmett Carroll.
He's a good left fielder.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Low and outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. It's low and inside for ball 2. Swing and a miss. It's a 2-2 count. And that's low for ball 3.
I thought for sure when the ump came out of his crouch he was going to call it strike 3, but nope.
3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And so 2 away for Parker Soul Parent.
Well, that just adds to Cam's stats.
Low and outside for ball 1.
There's a good-sized crowd on the Massabesic side here for an early game.
That's hit to Viola. Viola will fire over and gets the 3rd out. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Portland. And after 1.5 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the second. Leading things off for Portland is Connor Daniels. It's inside for ball 1. And it looked like Batson was trying to curve that over. A foul. It's a 1-1 count. Low for ball 2. It's down the middle for strike 2. 2-2 count.
Well, we're going to see who wins this battle right here.
Swing and a miss. And the floor dropped out on that one.
That was definitely a nasty pitch.
So one away for Brody Viola.
Brody Viola.
It's ripped foul. Both teams making good contact on the ball. It's just either been right to a player or foul. Fouled back. 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 away for Cam Allen.
The pitcher number 3, Cam Allen.
Well, everything starts with the pitcher.
And that's hit high in the sky, and it drifts foul.
Yeah, just don't bring any raindrops down.
And that drops over the plate for strike 2. Up high for ball 1. Strike 3.
Oof.
And so Brady Batson strikes out the side here in the bottom of the second. And in the last inning and a half, it's been 9 batters and 9 outs. So this is, so far early, is a pitcher's duel. And so after 2 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the third. Leading things off is Brady Batson.
Well, and let's see if this pitcher can start anything rolling.
It's low for ball 1. Swing and a miss. It's a 1-1 count. And it's over the inside of the plate for strike 2. And fouled back.
Just off the end of the bat to keep himself alive.
And we don't have a speed pitch clock here, but it seems to me Allen is taking some miles per hour off the ball on some of these batters. Because they've been out in front on some of the pitches.
And that made it on the roof and out into the parking lot.
It's a 2-2 count. And that's foul tipped for strike 3.
Well, and as I was saying in between innings, we've seen a few games that a lot of runs scored, and it's kind of nice to see a pitching duel.
So that's 3 Ks for Cam Allen. Cassius Hogan up, a swing and a miss for strike 1.
And Cam's not taking his time there on the mound. He's getting the ball and throwing.
Foul tipped for strike 2.
Definitely the pitch timer that they have here in the park. You wouldn't need to worry about it.
And that's low for ball 1. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
The strikeouts are starting to pile up between both pitchers.
So that's 4 Ks for Cam Allen. And on the other side, Batson has 3. And so Noah Bryan back up. Last time flew out 2 left and laid down the bunt, but it's foul.
Well, and at this point, why not? And now the third baseman's in on the grass, but why not try to get on with a bunt?
And that drops right over for strike 2.
Beautiful pitch.
And that's right up the middle for the second hit.
Well, and Cam Allen tried to backhand it, but just far enough away from his glove.
And so that brings up Matt Letelier. And last time up, singled and got a stolen base. Bryan will take off. The throw down is not going to be in time. And the pitch was a ball.
And the runner went up over the bag.
Say over the plate for strike 1. And gets him out. And so that's going to end Letelier's bat appearance, so he'll be back up the next time Massabesic's up.
Wow. All I know is you really got to make sure the pitcher throws the ball before you take off.
And that's going to go down as a 1 unassisted, but he definitely took off way before and any pitch was thrown. And so after 2.5 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the third. Jacob Johnson leading things off for Portland. It's outside for ball 1. It's outside for ball 2. Swing and a miss for strike 1. 2-1 count. Outside for ball 3. Swing and a miss. Full count. And it's a dribbler. Batson will flip it to first for the first out.
Good hustle on the pitcher's part.
And Jacob Tidd at the plate with one away. And Batson will field it, fire over to first for the second out.
Well, not only does he strike out batters, strikes batters out, but he's also an assist.
And so Joe Mancini will bat with 2 outs. That's fouled back. That curves over the plate for strike 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So another 1-2-3 inning for Massabesic. And so after 3 complete, it's still Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the 4th. Matt Letelier will lead things off. That drops over for strike 1. Just outside for ball 1. 1-1 count. That's ripped to Viola. Viola will fire it over, and Kimball outstretching to get the ball.
Yeah, that was a good play on the part of the first baseman to make sure he kept his foot on the bag and kept the ball from hitting the dirt.
So that brings up Zeke Rand. That's hit into left. Temple will track it and gets it. And that looked like it drifted a little.
Number 6, Elijah Greenleaf.
So 2 away brings up Elijah Greenleaf. Low and outside for ball 1. Swing and a miss. And that is off Greenleaf's foot.
Yeah, you could hear that. And the umpire is going to go out, talk to the pitcher, talk to the catcher, give the batter plenty enough time for that foot to stop throbbing. And you could see him. No padding on cleats.
The 1-2 pitch is inside. Outside, making it a full count. And that's on the outside corner for strike 3. And so a 1-2-3 inning for Portland. And so after 3.5 complete, it's still Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the 4th. Leading things off is Hunter Temple. Portland has not had any base runners. It's up high for ball 1. It's in there for strike 1, 1-1 count.
Yeah, and at this rate, I don't think we need to worry about pitch count for either pitcher.
And that's hit foul. It's inside for ball 2. Fouling it off to stay alive. And it's over the plate for strike 3.
Yeah, it caught the outside corner of the plate. Not much you can do as a batter. You're just hoping that it's far enough out that they call it a ball.
So Lucas Milliken at the plate with 1 away. Up high for ball 1. Up high for ball 2. And Marcotte called timeout.
Looked over to the dugout. Maybe they want to change the pitch.
And drops over the plate for strike 1.
Well, the communication paid off.
And that's popped up in foul territory. Sole Parent coming over to get the out. So Regan Buck at the plate. Fouled back. And that's hit just foul.
Well, if that had cleared it, it would have definitely at least been a double. And Portland's still looking for that first hit.
And that was short of the plate.
That had to have come out of his hands because he's been pretty accurate.
And swing and a miss for strike 3. And so Portland has put up 12 batters. All of them so far have been out. And so we are on perfect game watch. We'll see if Portland can end this game. But after 4 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the 5th. Braden Marcotte leading things off. It's outside for ball 1. Fouled back. 1-1 count. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Outside for ball 2.
Yeah, just off the corner of the plate.
And hit foul.
Whoa. Oh, jeez. Both the coach and a ball player threw the baseballs that they had waiting to give to the umpire at the same time. Certainly not ways to make friends.
Up high for ball 3. Three and 2 pitch is hit to Tid. Tid will field it, fire over, and not in time.
Yeah, that's just one of those weird, do you wait for the ball or do you run in to get it? Not that he would have got it on the fly, but just run in to save a few steps for the ball to get to him. And it didn't work out.
Emmett Carroll now up. And Tid will fire over and get the out at first. So Carroll will move over Marcotte.
Well, and that the runner taken off saved a potential double play right there. So we'll see what Massabesic can do with this now.
So Parker Soul Parent at the plate. On the inside corner for strike 1.
And the last time Massabesic had a runner at second, took off too early and was tagged out in a rundown.
Up high for ball 1. And that's hit foul. And that was close.
Yeah, And as a third baseman or even a first baseman, you have to judge that. Because if that just clips the bag flying over the top of it, that's a fair ball.
So 1-2 count. Swing and a miss for strike 3.
Well, and as you notice, Cam's pitching delivery is a little bit like Louis Tiant. He's slowing it down just before he throws it to keep the runner at second base kind of a little off a little, but it's making the batter a little off.
So Brady Batson at the plate.
And sorry, I'm showing my age with Louis Tiant.
Low and outside for ball 1. And Cam Allen just needs to worry about the batter with 2 outs. Up high for ball 2.
Yeah, that would. That's some good advice right there. Because even if he makes it to third, he's not going home.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Fouled back. It's a 2-2 count. 2 away. In the dirt. It's a full count. And a time called.
Batter steps out again. Trying to slow Cam down.
And that's hit into center. Buck will get underneath it and gets the third out. And so Portland minimizes the no-out hit. And so after 4.5 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the 5th. Connor Daniels leading things off for Portland. Outside for ball 1. In the dirt for ball 2. Over the plate for strike 1. 2-1 count. In the dirt for ball 3.
Well, that's the most I've seen this pitcher struggle.
And that's hit into center and through the glove of Brian. And
I would call it an error.
yeah, that was catchable.
We're going to have a pinch runner, number 4.
Elliot Kimball.
Yeah, I would call that an error only because it wasn't that far down on the shoe tops. To be considered hard to catch. I think he just took his eye off the ball. So, with that in mind, the pitcher still has a no-hitter.
Number 7, Brody.
And also as a pitcher, those are the one things that if you're going to end the perfect game, you kind of want it to be a great hit. But it's right back to Batson. He'll fire over, and they got the double play. So it was Batson to Letelier to Parent.
Well, and that almost didn't happen. The second baseman and the third baseman ran into each other, both trying to cover the bag at the same time.
Pitcher number 3, Kim Allen.
Well, the center fielder has got a friend in the pitcher.
And so Cam Allen now up 2 away. It's fouled back.
Yeah, that could have been the if they had fumbled that ball at second base running into each other, that could have been the start of something for Portland.
It's fouled back. Up high. Ball 1. Up high for ball 2. In there for strike 3.
Tough one to take, but anything around the plate.
So Portland finally gets a runner on the bases, but can't do anything with that. And so after 5 complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the top of the 6th. Leading things off for Massabesic is Cassius Hogan. It's fouled back.
One of these days I'll have to protect the camera on one of those foul balls.
And that's hit into left. So a leadoff hit.
Well, that certainly was not a cheap hit. What a rip.
So that brings up Noah Bryan.
Noah Bryan.
He got all of that one. Keep our eye on him at first.
And he's going to bunt, and that's going to go foul.
Oof.
It would have done the job of moving him over, but
It was almost like a hit bunt. That thing moved.
so it's a 0-1 count. And it's a foul ball.
Well, and I do get the point of trying to move the runner over this late in the ball game and not hit into a double play, but now he's got to swing away.
And that's hit into left. And it's caught by Hunter Temple.
Boy, and he had to run a while for that one.
Number 13, Mark Letelier.
And so Matt Letelier at the plate, and Hogan takes off, and he's out.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, Massabesic has had their way with stealing bases, but they've also been caught twice. Once in a rundown and once right there. Wow. In a game like this.
So bases are empty now with 2 away. It's an 0-1 count to Matt Letelier. It's fouled back.
Oh, a nice play by someone sitting in the seats. It hit up top and bounced right, and he looked over his shoulder and caught it over his shoulder.
And that's hit into right. Joe Mancini will track it down for the 3rd out.
Well, once again, I think Massabesic had a leadoff runner and got nothing out of it.
And so after 5.5 innings complete, it's Massabesic 0, Portland 0. Here we go for the bottom of the 6th. Leading things off is Jacob Johnson.
Well, and Portland needs to take advantage of how well they've been getting the batters out that are on the bases.
Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And staying alive. So it's still an 0-2 count. Outside for ball 1. And that's hit to Letelier. He'll fire it over, not in time.
And my opinion, I would call that a hit.
Yeah, that would not have been in time.
Yeah, I definitely think that was deep enough in the hole that he would have made it to first base, even if it was cleanly played.
So Lucas Legage will lay down the bunt, and
there you go. That's how you bunt and move the runner over. Way to go, Lucas. All right. Portland now, like I said, they need to take advantage of what they've been able to keep Massabesic from doing when they have runners on the bags.
And so Joe Mancini at the plate, 1 away. Johnson on at second, a swing and a miss for strike 1. And that's just inside for ball 1.
And I would imagine, and would never be a manager, but anything hit to the outfield for a single, he may try to come around.
And he's going to bunt. And
Well, that was interesting.
so it's a 1-2 count. And swing and a miss. It's And Johnson is going to take third.
Oh, what a heads-up play. You know, Johnson watched, he shuffled his feet towards third base while he was watching that throw over to first. And then as soon as he seen the player release the ball, he took off. That is a heads-up play.
Number 2, Hunter Temple.
So Hunter Temple at the plate. 2 outs. And it's inside for ball 1.
And right now, if the pitcher throws a wild pitch or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, 90 feet away is the go-ahead run. And it's ball 3.
And the pitcher looks like he's trying to be perfect here. And he almost has to forget there's a runner at third.
And that's ball 4.
Yeah, he just has to forget the runner. He's got 2 outs. He's just got to get the batter out. And we're going to have a visit from the coach. And, you know, he's probably just got to remind him of that fact. You know, you got 2 outs, just get the batter out. And we'll take a break.
Number 6,
And we're back. Lucas Milliken now up. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
Portland with their biggest opportunity of this game so far.
And Temple takes off. And that's over for strike 2. Outside for ball 1. And that's hit foul.
Yeah, I didn't move the camera. I watched it go foul, so it wasn't close to the line.
And still a 1-2 count. That's hit. And Rand gets the third out. So Portland does not capitalize on the base runners.
no runs, 1 hit, no errors,
And so
2 left.
the score remains Massabesic 0, Portland 0, and we're down to the last inning. Here we go for the top of the 7th. Zeke Rand at the plate. Outside for ball 1.
Yep. You know what they say, you get a grounder, throw a guy out, and then you lead off the inning. Let's see what happens.
Outside for ball 2. That's ripped foul.
Way out in front of that one.
Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that's hit to Viola, and it's into the outfield.
That is not the way you want to start off the top of the 7th in a scoreless game. I think, it was slowly hit, and we're going to have a pinch runner.
Number 6,
And
Greenleaf.
it was deep enough in the hole that it was going to be close at first anyway, but
So Troy Sue
pinch runner at first, Don, number 7.
is pinch running.
Your attention, running at first base, number 7, Troy Suhi.
Eliza Greenleaf at the plate. He's going to bunt. And almost out.
Oh, sorry about that. Didn't quite get the catcher. Optical illusion. I thought it was going forward and it went backwards.
See if Greenleaf tries the bunt again. He's going to swing, but it's outside for ball 1.
Well, I wonder now, he took a pitch. I wonder if he'll go back to the bunt.
In the dirt for ball 2. That's hit into left, and that's going to be off the wall.
Whoa!
And a double by Greenleaf.
Well, there, take a bow. That was a rip.
So no outs. 2 runners in scoring position for Braden Marcotte.
And we're going to have a visit by the Portland coach. Boy, that right there, Massabesic saved their best hit for here in the top of the 7th inning. And we'll take a break.
Braden Marcotte now at bat. Infielders in. And that's going to be to Temple. And that's off line, and that's going to score a run.
Well, there's your baseball fundamentals right there. Runners at second and third, no outs. Just hit it hard enough to get the runner in from third.
So Emmett Carroll
Number 17,
now up.
Boy, like I said, they've saved their hottest hits for the 7th inning.
Timeout called by Carroll. In the dirt for ball 1. And this is the 3rd time through the batting order. And most of the time, once you've seen a pitcher twice, the 3rd time gets easier to read the pitches.
Well, and that's the way Major League Baseball is now.
It's a failed check swing, so it's a 1-2 count.
Well, and Massabesic still with a runner in scoring position.
And that's going to be up the middle, and he's going to be waved around. And the throw is going to be over the head of Milliken.
And just like that,
And so
we can have a pinch runner. We are.
and there's a mound visit.
As well as a pinch runner, number 34. Number 34, Don.
And we're going to have a pitching change. And so we'll take a break. And we're back. The only change is Cam Allen moves to third, and Brody Viola is the new pitcher for Portland. And that's a wild pitch. Parker Sole Parent at the plate. Fouled. It's a 1-1 count. It's low and outside for ball 2. And that's going to be
Off his foot.
off his foot for strike 2. So it's a 2-2 count. And it's right back to Viola. And we'll get the second out.
And that was great. He looked the runner back. The runner was starting to come down the baseline almost far enough to get picked off.
Number 15, Brady Batson.
And Brady Batson at bat. 2 away. In there for strike 1. Down low for ball 1. That's hit to Tit. And that's the third out. And so Massabesic puts 2 on the board to take the lead. And so after 6.5 complete, it's Massabesic 2, Portland nothing. Here we go for the bottom of the 7th. Leading things off is Regan Buck. Portland down to 3 outs. That one's ripped into left. And that's over the head of Greenleaf. And on the throw. And he doesn't go. But Buck getting to third.
Yeah, I think he was bound and determined not to stop at second base. And, fortunately it wasn't a perfect throw. It would have been close. But you got to start somewhere, and Portland just started something.
So Lucas Legage at the plate. Outside for ball 1.
And this looks like it's going to be the inning for hard hit balls.
Up high for ball 2.
Because we've seen a couple hit off the wall and left this inning.
And it looked like the throw from the outfield was to second base instead of third. And
Yeah,
Buck took advantage of that, and because if that was to third, he would have been thrown out.
yeah, that's why I was a little surprised.
It's right down the middle for strike one.
But, you know, the left field is playing that he's going to just stop at second. But like I said, Buck was bound and determined to get to third.
And swing and a miss for strike two. Yeah, and Portland's not going to hold anything back, being down 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th. Swing and a miss. So 1 away. So Brody Viola.
The pitcher, number 7, Brody Viola.
And for Brady Batson, that run at third does not matter, being up by 2.
Yeah, he's just got to concentrate on getting the next 2 batters out.
It's low and inside for ball 2. Outside for ball 3. And the last thing you need for Massabesic is to walk Viola. Right down the middle for strike 1.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to put the tying run on the bags.
And that's ripped foul. So Batson battling back from a 3-0 count to a 3-2 count. And swing and a miss for strike 3.
What a pitch. Took something off and that ball just dropped.
Baseman, number 3, Cam Allen.
And so Cam Allen at the plate, 2 away. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Swing and a miss for strike 2. And that's hit into right. And that's just foul.
And there is not much room down there either. Down that line.
Oh, and 2 count. And swing and a miss for strike 3. And so Portland dropping this one 2-0 to Massabesic.
Yeah, it was quite the game till the 7th inning.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing Cam Allen could do. I mean, it was a pitcher's duel until that 7th inning, but definitely if I was going to give a star of the game, it was Brady Batson. He he threw a complete game, only allowing 2 hits, and he was dominant this game.
Well, and when he needed a strikeout, he got one. When he needed a perfect pitch, he got one. And so, he kept Portland guessing until Regan Buck hit that nice ball out to the fence. Portland really didn't hit the ball too hard, or they just hit it at somebody. And so it's tough, but in the scheme of losses, this is an okay loss, I guess. Not much you can do about it. You ran into a dominant pitcher, and then their batters put a couple of runs on the board.
Yeah, he got 11 strikeouts.
That's pretty good in a 7-inning game.
But in the scheme of losses, you almost want to lose by a lot of runs. These losses hurt more than the 10-run rule games or the games where you let up 13, 14 runs. Because you feel like you're this close to getting in the win column, and the rug gets pulled out from underneath you.
Well, but, and also just to put a little icing on the cake here, it's also one of those games where you're that close to turning a corner. Because what they did for 6 innings was pretty darn good compared to the way some of their games have turned out. And it's just, Massabesic just put something together in the top of the 7th that you just throw your hands up and go, why? Why us? But, it's a buildable game, and you're right, though. Sometimes you don't want to have a game like this, but they happen.
So Portland dropping their 7th in a row, and Massabesic is now on a 4-game winning streak, and in those 4 games they've let up 0 runs. And so the end of this game, Massabesic over Portland 2-0. Saying so long. This has been a production of WPPS TV3 Portland Public Schools. Saying good night.
Thank you very much for watching.